to divert my stress towards beauty that you see, because you cannot say you can look at such a beautiful plant and it doesn't really help you to manage stress. Just looking at beauty and nature, appreciating what it was, it happened to like ease off my stress and keeping me busy. So it's like one way of diverting from reading books and so much concentration to having to do planting and gardening, which could divert my attention from what was bringing about stress, what was making me happy. I'm called Evelyn. I'm a business development manager in UAP. Amaryllis, oh my goodness, Amaryllis has different colors and has very low maintenance. It's like it flowers at least in a year. It flowers a number of times. The second one, there is this flower called Chitenji. That one I love it because it's still it gets its most beauty in when it's hot. All the time when Maua imports, I ask, have you brought Amaryllis? Why? Because one, it needs good sunshine. It needs a large pot, like enough space for its roots and bulbs to keep on multiplying, and good penetrative soil for the bulbs to keep on multiplying, and little water. You don't have to put in so much water. Add some good fertilizers, because like anything living, it needs a good fertilizer for it to have like beauty coming out. So you need to have good fertilizers, good penetrative soil, enough sunshine, and enough watering. This plant keeps on growing big. You see the shootings? These are new shootings. These are all new shootings. So the more it gives you more shootings, that means that it needs enough space. So for any succulent that you see multiplying, please give it enough space, enough sun, and good penetrative soil. Down might be normal soil, but sand. Then on top you can put these small stones for the water to be easily penetrative. Because if you leave it in normal soil, it will rot because of that water that hangs around the plant. Doing my master's program, and I was very stressed. So I happened to pass by some small flower shop, flower garden there at Mukwano. I happened to ask this gentleman, what does this do? I just looked at the beauty of the flowers that he was growing. Started explaining detail by detail. He told me like this, once you have it every night, it will bring for you scent. If you have this, it gives you beautiful flowers. I happen to divert my stress towards beauty that you see, because you cannot say you can look at such a beautiful plant and it doesn't really help you to manage stress. Just looking at beauty and nature, appreciating what it was, it happened to like ease off my stress and keeping me busy. So it's like one way of diverting from reading books and so much concentration to having to do planting and gardening, which could divert my attention from what was bringing about stress, what was making me happy. Myself, I use salt. I sprinkle some little salt around around the plantings, so they do not have to climb. And when I happen to see it climb, I just put some salt on it and it dries out. So you can avoid the snails by putting those shells and even these stones, by the way. they can actually avoid them from climbing to the succulent. And it's been so hot, like right now in the season we're in, it's very hot. I have to water in the evening. I give it enough water. Then at least every month I must do pest spray. That pest spray, you happen to notice that it will also chase away most of those pests, the pests that love flowers. Spraying at least every month will avoid those diseases that attack flowers, and it will chase away the pests that would love to come to flowers, because insects love these beautiful babies. So water in the morning. If it's too hot, come back water in the evening, and every month at least do apply a fertilizer and spray. You walk into your garden and you smell just beauty. You walk into your garden and you just see nature green and flowering. That keeps the atmosphere fresh air, because most of the carbon dioxide that you see is absorbed by some of these plants. So I get fresh air. You get fresh air if you have enough plants, and natural beauty. More had a planning as per what is coming up for you to have in your space. It's not enough to learn. There will always be new discoveries, new challenges. Now, like Maua, you always bring new flowers. I didn't know how to take care of an orchid. I had to learn learning and taking care of orchids from a Maua. 2, appreciating beauty and nature, that everywhere that you happen to be, you need to appreciate seeing a tree that has been planted, a flower that you find, and even how to take care of these plants. You must love plants. Why? Because this is beauty. It's normal beauty. It's normal nature. You get it? God created these things, and it's nature, because He saw that whatever He created was beautiful. And if you see nature, that is God. If you see beauty, that is God. So I tell and advise everyone to always have a tree, a plant, a flower in your house, in your garden, anywhere. So everyone should have a plant or a flower in your home.